Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Kevin Gates don't like the way LeBron James's wife Savannah looks at him. Instead, he wants her to look at him like white women do. Yeah, that's what he said. Backstory. And I'm gonna paraphrase this. Kevin says that he and someone else, who he did not name, were having a conversation about couples, specifically those in the league. He said they were talking about LeBron's handshake that he does before each game. And he said that he would not want to be LeBron. You know, he's the greatest player ever, but he wouldn't want to be him. And somebody said, well, why not? You know, he's the greatest player ever, why not? And he said, you know, I don't like the way his wife, you know, Savannah, looks at him, you know. She's the number one player on his team, and she don't really get excited about him like these other women do. And he said, you know, he would not want that. For those reasons, he would not want to be LeBron James. Do we have a point, fam? Can anybody at all relate to that? Give me a thumbs up if you say, yeah, man, I see where you're coming from. Thumbs down and say, nah, man, Kev tripping, man. He tripping. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Check it out, fam. I get where he's coming from about, you know, the overall excitement of LeBron. It's the greatest player ever. But you gotta give a little latitude and grace for the fact that Savannah is LeBron's high school sweetheart. She's the mother of his children. She's his wife. And I'm sure she's a fan in there somewhere. But being a fan is not her primary goal. And it is not her primary role in her relationship with LeBron James. She's first and foremost his wife and the mother of his children. So her reaction, her daily reaction to LeBron is going to be different from a fan, someone who don't have daily access to him. Imagine if Savannah did trip out like white women do in the stands. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. We would think she was crazy. We'd be like, man, something wrong with that chick. You know what I'm saying? Who amongst us have a successful husband who fans out all day, every time they're with this guy? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure she knows LeBron is one of the greatest to ever do it. She knows LeBron's celebrity level. She knows how important of a person he is to other people and how people revere him. She knows all of that. And I'm sure she pinches herself from time to time and say how lucky she is to have been the chosen one. But you got to understand that Savannah also brings a lot to the table because she was with LeBron before he hit the jackpot. I get it. Somebody say, well, you know, when she was with him, he was a basketball player already and she knew he was going to make it to the league. Not necessarily. Most of those dudes, even the great ones, because, you know, if you make it to the league, damn near everybody who made it to the league was great. Pretty much, no, not damn near, but pretty much everybody who made it to the league was great in high school. By the time those guys get to college, you're talking about the cream of the crop. And some of them, most of them, don't go to the top. Now, LeBron was pretty much a shoe-in as long as he did not get hurt. But Savannah has been with LeBron long enough to whereas if she really didn't want to be with him, if she didn't really love him, she could be gone and have all the millions. She got his kids, so she gonna be paid for life no matter what. You know? I mean, if you want to just keep it a buck, she ain't gonna be hurting for no bread. I think what they got is something special. Of course, I'm on the outside looking in, but I like to see them go the distance. I like that, That's a good look to me. And Savannah has been keeping a low profile. The only thing I worry about is that podcast. I heard she's doing a podcast. And that's going to open her up to a lot of scrutiny, a lot of judgment. I don't think it's a good idea. I got a podcast. She got a podcast. He got a podcast. They got a podcast. We don't need no more podcasts. And I'm not saying that because I'm worried about any competition, because I got my own thing going. I got my own lane. I ain't worried about none of that. But I am concerned about people dragging her and she exposing herself and becoming so accessible to people. They're gonna come for her. They are absolutely going to come for her. But back to the fan thing, I wouldn't want a woman who fan out like a regular fan would. I won't even say a regular fan. I'll say somebody who fan out. I'm talking about like a groupie or something. I wouldn't want no woman like that, because groupies are scandalous. Well, most of them are. They are scandalous, and they'll do anything. Yeah, fam. And the thing about a groupie also is they're more fascinated by what you do, not who you are. At this point, I would like to think that Savannah is more fascinated by who LeBron James is, not what he does. Because she, quite frankly, is probably tired of him playing basketball. She probably ready to kick back and be like, hey man, let's chill, man. All this traveling and going city to city, state to state. I'm tired of this. Let's just relax. Let's chill. She's probably way past the time that she wants him to be out there on that basketball court and running around and all that type of stuff. She's probably ready to chill. So I don't think that you can judge her. In fact, I know you shouldn't judge her on the level of some type of groupie. Now, fantasy groupie, that's a whole other conversation. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.